Hi, this is the President of Space. We are currently in the middle of some subspace anomaly that's slowly depleting the power of our ship, and we have no way to get out, so let's talk about my game. Um, Namely, let's talk about the importance of having a good map editor. So even if you are using a programming only framework such as Hexflixel, such as the thing that I'm using, you still have to kind of set up a good tool to edit your maps and allow you to quickly insert stuff and basically not do everything programmatically, uh, because otherwise you probably would go mad. So I'm going to quickly show you my setup, which might be useful to some people. Uh, Basically, I have two map layers. First is basically just the map. Mm, and the second is the background. Background is not specially used. These obelisks are the background layer, and this broken down ship, which is kind of not looking very good, is the background layer as well. The rest is the map. Uh, in tiled, if you set up a map layer, then you just paint everything with tiles of specified size. And in Hexflixel you can then set it up so that it collides with your character or with other sprites, or it doesn't. So I set it up so that the map collides with the player and also with those robots here, and the background is neutral, it doesn't collide with anything. Then you have all these object layers. So basically objects are things that you can kind of place wherever you want. You can use graphics, you can use simple shapes like rectangles, and they can be placed wherever. You don't even have to place them at tile coordinates. But if you press Control or Command on a Mac, then they will snap into place. And what this allows you to do is to set up these objects and give them some kind of variables, such as here I've given this ID and this ID as well. This has nothing, but the lasers, they do have, for example, delay, direction, and frequency. So what this allows you to do is then read this in code and set the objects the way you basically want. So when it comes to lasers, the delay is basically is a timer that depletes down and then the laser starts shooting. Frequency, as you can imagine, is how often does the laser shoot, and the direction is well, what side it is pointing at. So 0 is down, 1 is left. Then I don't know if I have any lasers pointing upwards, but upwards will be 2 and right will be 3. So now all I have to do is place those objects, give them the variables I want, and they will basically just work. The same with doors. I give the door ID. Also I give this a flag so that it's kind of turned on its side if it's horizontal, and then I read it programmatically, and then I have a button with the same ID. Is this one? It's this one. So if you press the button with this ID, it will open the door of corresponding ID. This way I don't have to, write nested if statements and stuff like that. I just, place the objects, give them variables, and it just works. I know that it's probably more obvious to most of you, but I know that when I started making games, and I wanted to use a programming only tool, it was not obvious to me at all how to go about creating worlds and filling them with content. So I thought that I'd share this little tutorial slash musing slash rambling on the way to set up your tile. On the other note, I also set up this huge area here, which will be the central hub, and from here I will place a giant spaceship that you have to kind of restore the power to and fly off from the planet, and it will have doors to multiple other areas. As you can see, the map is quite big, so I have a lot of space to work with. And I finally set up a corridor to kind of get here, and basically I'll go from there. So the thing that I will work probably next is I'll set up some platforms that can be turned off, basically. So I will have no platforms here, but I will have some locked areas here, here, and all over the place probably. And I will place other variations of buttons just to turn those platforms on and off, so that in the future you can basically jump all over the place and get to the far areas that you haven't been able to get to before. Okay, so in the game it looks like this. It's pretty empty. I was thinking about zooming out the camera for this occasion, just to, you know, to kind of show you how big this place is. I wonder, I was thinking whether it would kind of break, you know, the pixel art style of the game, but Axiom Verge does it too, and he has very huge bosses, so if they can get away with it, probably so can I. Okay, so I think I'm starting to ramble, so I probably should finish right now. If you like the video, then you know what to do, and I will see you in another devlog, or maybe I'll make some clickbaity, you know, top 10 tips on how to make games with a cat on your lap or something. So, see you for now.